Hi, this is Miss Brosnan. So we have been doing these stages of writing videos, and today I'm going to focus on this section down here on the bottom, which is the writing via inventive spelling. And I'm going to focus on the beginning sounds in words. So you can help your child at home, and we've each taken a section of the writing progression so that you can see what it looks like actually in practice. So the prompt for today is what do you miss about school? And I drew a picture of myself playing with blocks. So if I were the student, this would be my drawing, and I would write about what I drew. So if the sentence I wanted to write was I miss blocks, a student might write the first word, which would be I. And we definitely want to focus on how when you are writing a first letter in a word in a sentence, you always capitalize it. So I would start with capital I, and then miss. So miss, I'd say I hear that sound, which is letter M. So miss blocks would be the next one, blocks. So I might, if your student is already doing this where they can write like the I and the M, they might be struggling to think of what the next letter might be. And so that's where this sound map might come in, and we use this in the classroom as well to help the kids figure out which letter that they are looking for. So the reason that we use this particular one is that these are the same pictures that they will see in the Foundations Foundations curriculum in kindergarten. So we want them to be familiar with these pictures that are associated with each letter. So if they're struggling to figure out what the sound is, I might give them some options, either like 2 options. So like the one that they're looking for, in this case, it would be letter B. And another option, let's say letter H. So I would have them make both sounds and decide, does it sound like hat or bat? Or you can also kind of go through like 3 in a row and just let's say the sounds together. So you might say, this letter is A, and A says ah, ah, ah. Does that sound like it's the beginning of blocks? And then you would decide no. And then we move on to a next one. And I see bat, and bat makes the bat. I hear the sound in the beginning of bat. So then that would be at that point that they could decide, oh yes, it's the same sound that I hear at the beginning of blocks. So this would be where you would write that letter. And I'm writing in capital letters because a lot of kids in the beginning tend to write in capital letters, but it could also look like I miss blocks. So that is another way that it could look if your child is beginning to hear the sounds in the beginning of words. It really depends on like what letters they recognize more easily, lowercase versus uppercase. But a lot of kids in the beginning tend to write uppercase as opposed to lowercase. And then you always want to focus on ending your sentence with a period. That is something that we talk about in pre-K, how that dot at the end means that your sentence is over. So then you want to have them read it back. So I miss blocks. And so then they have their initial sounds. So this is something that generally you want them to try to do on their own, but if they need help, you can definitely use the sound map. So that's what it looks like. I hope this is helpful. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Bye guys.